How you doing, everyone? So here we are again with my prostate cancer journey so far, episode 4. So we'll start off with where I left it off on the last episode, which is the second operation. So the run up to get to the second operation is on the last episode. So let me think back to where we were. Okay, so in the hospital, went through all the palaver of getting to the hospital. 8 in the morning, Saturday morning, the surgeon comes in and he has a quick chat with me, assures me I'm going to be first on the list for getting into theatre. So have some more drugs, I think, can't quite remember. Basically get shipped off to theatre and wake up again, and I'm in a different ward. So lying in the ward, everything had gone well. They basically had to put cameras inside me to find out what was going on. They thought it was going to be blood clots, and it was. So I had some blood clots in my bladder, which stopped me being able to pee, which was causing all of the issues. So they sorted out the blood clots and put another catheter back on me again. So that was me with that on for another couple of weeks. So I was in the hospital till the end of that day, end of Saturday, I'm pretty sure, and then came home. So got home, everything was fine. Everything was fine from there on in. I was just absolutely knackered. Felt like a steamroller had rolled over me. No energy, no nothing. Felt just as bad after the second operation as I did after the first operation. So felt flaming rubbish. That was, just had no energy at all. So I had to have the catheter back on for another 2 weeks. So fast forward to the 2 weeks, getting back to the hospital again to get the catheter off. Within those 2 weeks, I was just basically sitting down, not doing anything, watching TV. Ingrid was looking after me, sorting everything out. I just had no energy at all. But going back to the hospital to get the catheter off again, I was super nervous because I really didn't want the same process to happen again. So was pretty nervous about going to the hospital to get the bag off. So get to the hospital, explain all of that. They assure me everything will be fine. Don't worry about anything again. So the bag comes off, and then you've got to wait in the hospital until you've had a fair bit to drink and you've proven that you've been able to go to the toilet and pee. So that all happens. I'm able to get up, go to the toilet and go for a pee. And then it's off you go back home again. So then, new twist in the tale is we head off back towards home in the car. But as we're driving home, it's a 30-minute car journey back to the house. But after like 10 minutes, I'm getting super sore again. And within another 5 minutes, Ingrid's turning the car around and we're back to hospital yet again. Unbelievable. So I'm grabbing the side of the car, the passenger seat, flipping, pulling all sorts of faces, just having the same issues and pain that I had just 2 weeks previously. And get to the hospital where you're supposed to stand in a queue, prove you've got an appointment and things like that to make sure you can get in because of all the COVID rules. And I'm just straight to the front desk saying, I've just been in, I need to go back to see the people I've just seen. They just looked at me and just said, yes, on you go. So off I go, back through to see them. Get back to see the people there and explain the pain that I'm in again. And they do an ultrasound on my bladder, and my bladder's absolutely full, fit to bursting again, which they couldn't quite understand as to why that would happen. So I was able to go to the toilet and go for a pee, which emptied the bladder, and the pain went away then, thankfully. 2 weeks previously, after I'd been to the toilet, the pain just intensified. So that didn't happen. So that was good. So remarkably enough, I was able to hold my bladder, I was told by everyone, absolutely everyone, surgeons to nurses and doctors, when the catheter comes off, you're just going to wet yourself. You'll have no control at all. But strangely enough, I had control and I could not wet myself, but I wasn't aware I was holding it so much that my bladder was overly full, which was causing all of the pain due to the operations. So yeah, weirdly enough, I've been able to control my bladder. I have had pain through controlling it, but I've rather, in my head, I'd rather control it rather than just let loose, as if to say. So we're now, or we're not, I am now 7.5 weeks since my first op, up to now when you're seeing this, which is 6 weeks after my second op and 4 weeks since the catheter came off. So in that time, I just felt really, really tired throughout that whole time. I'm much more able now. I'm able to get up, move about, do much more. I'm starting work back as well, so I will be going back to work in the next day or two. I've gone from walking on the treadmill at 1 mile an hour for 2 or 3 minutes and being absolutely knackered, to now yesterday I did 2.5 miles an hour for a mile, which a few months ago that would be ridiculous. I couldn't even comprehend only doing 2.5 miles an hour for 1 mile. But now I'm quite chuffed at that because I'm seeing a progress. So I've not been going further than a mile. I've been trying to up my speed a little, so I'm walking at a normal kind of pace. But from here on in, I'll try and start going a bit further. So I just need to start doing more now that I'm back at work, and I need to make more progress. So the treadmill has been super handy because I've been able to control my walks, because there has been 2 occasions where I've gone for a walk outside, not very far, but I've gone for a walk and I've been X amount of distance into it and I've started to get pretty stiff and sore, and I've still had to walk back. Whereas on a treadmill, if I start to get stiff sore at all, then I can just stop and get off. So the treadmill has been really, really handy. So yeah, definitely recommend anyone going through this process. If you've got a treadmill, that's good. That will certainly help you. Where else am I up to? So I've not needed pad-wise. So you're supposed to wear pads, a bit like a nappy really, because you're not supposed to be able to control your bladder. But I've not needed to wear anything since 10 days after the catheter came out. And even up until then, it was more for my peace of mind because I was able to get up and go to the toilet. You do leak a bit. I don't know if anyone wants to know this, the ins and outs of my going to the toilet, but this is what happens when you have your prostate removed. These are the issues you have to face. You have to face learning how to pee again, which is, you never think you're going to need to do this until at least you're really old. But I have been able to control things. So I do need to wear a pad if I go out, just more for my mind's sake. I can get to a toilet, but you will dribble a bit, shall we say. So that's a lot better than was predicted, what they said was going to happen. So I'm happy with that. Remarkably enough, I've not needed to do any pelvic floor exercises either, which I was told I'd have to do those from pre-op till for the rest of your life. I was doing them pre-op, and I was doing them the day that my first catheter came out, because that's what I was told to do. But then, because I had the extra issues, I was a bit paranoid from starting them back up again, and I seem to have been coping okay without doing them. So yeah, hopefully I can continue to improve with that. What else? I've got a few notes written down here. Yeah, so where I'm feeling things at the moment, I'm feeling much better, able to get up, move about, still can't really lift anything, and I get tired super easy. I can still feel soreness in my muscles through my stomach, but getting a lot easier than it was. Still getting pain through my groin, and one thing nobody tells you is your bollocks. Yeah, they they get pretty big after your first op. All calmed down, but still getting pain on one of them now. So, but reading forums online from other people that have been through this sort of thing, this is all normal, and it just takes time. So the groin strain and the stiffness and soreness, that will ease, and it is easing as time goes on. I'm just getting impatient, and I want things to ease quicker, because it's very easy to see a bit of an improvement, and you think to yourself, oh, I'm getting better, I can start to do something, and I'll do a few bits and bobs around the house, and then a few hours later you're absolutely knackered and pretty sore. So it is just taking it easy and not overdoing it. So I have to be careful when I'm back at work, just not to do too much. And I'm itching to go for a run because I'm able to get up and go for a few more walks. I want to go for a run, but I can't. I know I can't, and I know I've got to be patient. But I will start to build up my walks a bit more, because I need to improve. So that is where I'm up to, really. So anybody going to the hospital to get this procedure, or any other procedure that you're going to get done in a hospital, things that I found I took with me, which were an absolute godsend, absolute lifesaver, were my mobile phone, obviously, subscription to Netflix, a little phone tripod, and a set of headphones. So not just earphones, proper headphones. Because you're just lying there and you're doing nothing. You can't get up, you can't move, you can't do a thing. So, and I wasn't able to pick up a book and concentrate on a book, but I was able to put a phone in front of me and just watch something, drift off to sleep. That was just made the time go so much easier. So definitely great tip for anyone out there is make sure you get a little mini tripod for your phone, something to watch on your phone or listen to, and you can just zone out. So yeah, that's some good tips. So hopefully this is probably the last of these prostate cancer videos, because hopefully I'm going to be back to full fitness again really soon. Fingers crossed. There may be one way off in the distance, just to have a bit of a recap to see how I've got on in the next 6 months. But I am feeling much more positive. I just need to continue to slowly get my strength back, because I'm still weak. I still have very little strength about me. But I'm on the right road, so that's good. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you on a different video. Cheers now.